The road to the 2020 Kentucky Derby continues, and this time we're taking a look at Kentucky Derby contender Tiz the Law, the son of Constitution, who's got a couple of horses on the trail this year. He has started off his career with 4 starts, 3 victories, and let's take it start by start for Tiz the Law as he debuted with a 4-length victory at Saratoga, winning at the Spa with a 97 Brisnet speed figure, and that stamped him in the minds of a lot of horse players right away. They put him in their stable mail as that debut victory came up with a nice speed figure on a little bit slow of a track. So even though the final time was a 1:18, everybody kind of knew compared to the other races that day that race was kind of the outlier, and they gave him a Brisnet speed figure of 97, also a high DRF Beyer speed figure that day. Then went straight from a maiden race into the Champagne Stakes off a little bit of a layoff. Missed the entire month of September, but it was all planned as they went to the Champagne. A little bit of a pace meltdown that day with Gozilla and Greenlight Go and Big City Bob dueling it out. And at the time, you weren't quite sure. Did Tiz the Law come with that nice sweeping move in the one-turn mile? Was he going to be more of a milder type? And also, did he take advantage of a speed duel that day? He may have, but he won by 4 lengths. And again, the speed figure came back to a 93 and a nice little compact progression. Come back from his 97 in his debut, but he did it on the stretch out, so that was a nice win. Then he waited for the Kentucky Jockey Gold Club. Right away after the Champagne Stakes, they announced they were not going to go to Santa Anita. They were not going to run in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. They wanted to have a fresh horse for the 2020 Kentucky Derby. And so far, everything's gone according to plan. They went to Churchill Downs. They got some experience underneath the Twin Spires, kind of underneath the lights even late in the day, as they tough luck trip that day. It was kind of interesting. He showed a little bit more speed, but he got trapped at the rail. And Franco that day had a couple of holes and kind of waited around, kind of got trapped a couple of times. He was pocketed on an inside trip. Now, as he kind of got in between horses, he just did not kick through, but that's not unusual for lightly raced horses. It was his only 3rd lifetime race, and he was going a mile in the 16th. It was a sloppy track. Maybe it was just a little bit of, he wasn't unsure of the footing as the track was sloppy that day, but Tiz the Law. So then there was a little bit of mixed signals. Was he maybe a miler, maybe the one-turn mile? But he kind of erased those doubts as he came back into the Holy Bull Stakes and fired fresh at 6-5. Beat a nice horse in Ete Indian, who came back to win the Holy Bull Stakes. After the Holy Bull Stakes, he came back to win the Fountain of Youth Stakes. And Toledo also running 3rd in that Holy Bull. And Tiz the Law with a Brisnet speed figure of 108 winning the Holy Bull. So he's got 4 starts, 3 wins, and Franco has ridden him 3 times out of the last 4 races, and he's ridden him 3 straight times, so I assume we'll see him. Right now he's pointing for the Florida Derby, could get a rematch with Ete Indian, might also face Governor Morris, and some other nice horses going to be pointing for that race. Tiz the Law right now, your Kentucky Derby future book wagering favorite, co-favorite with Nadal after pools 2 and 3. So Tiz the Law, a little bit more look at that pedigree. Constitution is by Tappet. Of course, Constitution won the Florida Derby, did not run in the Kentucky Derby because he was injured. Tappet did run in the Kentucky Derby. He won the Wood Memorial and has proven to be a nice sire of some early 3-year-old horses. He's done his best work with fillies, and he's also had good luck with the Belmont, siring a couple of Belmont Stakes winners. Tiz now, of course, a 2-time Breeders' Cup Classic champion. He's had some good later developing horses. So this pedigree is a mix of speed and stamina. You get some stamina from Tappet and Tiz now, and some win early from Constitution. And Constitution also was a nice horse that was able to get a mile and 1/8. A little bit of a horse for course as Tappet and Constitution did run at Gulfstream Park. Tiz the Law, is he a Kentucky Derby contender? Leave a comment below. Hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and share this video as we lead you up to the 2020 Kentucky Derby.